Today I am sharing 3 quick tips that I'm doing this year that I did not do last year. It is really ramping up production for me, and hopefully it will save you some time as well. All of my planner box videos have free tutorials and plans. A playlist is in the description. Let's see what's behind super gross Picket number 2. It is story sticks. Instead of measuring out common sizes, you can have these sticks nearby and use it as a reference for your board's length. It saves you time from finding a tape measure, then measuring it out, making a mark, lining it all up, and making your cut. Some common sizes I use here in the shop are the 16-inch. That's going to be for legs on the 3-picket planter, the long planter, the post planter. That is all 16-inch legs. 12 3/4 and 14-inch. Those are going to be the shorter and longer sides, including the raised garden bed's base and the actual ledge that goes underneath. Those are all 12 3/4, 14-inch cuts. And then the 15 5/8 miter. That is for the raised garden bed, the long picket planter, and then also the 3-picket planter. They all use that mitered cut right there. Now, I don't do any of the 43-inch or 45-inch. Those I just measure out because I don't need a 45-inch stick laying around. But these are super nice. Just throw them right next to the miter saw. They will always be right there, unlike the tape measures. And by utilizing like a 16-inch piece, all of the legs will be a consistent 16 inches to this measurement. That way you're not drawing out your lines all the time. It saves a good deal of time by using story sticks. Moving on to gross Picket number 1 is this super simple jig. What the heck? This simple but extremely helpful jig can be used on the raised garden bed, the long box planter, the 3-picket planter, and the post planter box. Something I didn't mention in the long planter or the raised garden bed is that I do add screws to the smaller sides to give it just extra support so that they don't blow apart later on. This jig helps you align your screws so that they are equally centered and spaced and just make everything look a little bit more professional. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, gross Picket number 1 again. This is just that 6-inch cutoff. I use them on the raised garden bed and the long planter box. I use these for a lot of different things. So anytime I have extra cutoffs from the 1 3/4 inch strips that I'm cutting for the legs, I generally finish cutting all of these pieces down to 6 inches. I like to take these and write customer information onto it and then shoot a nail through it, which is a very dangerous thing to do, but hey buddy. And I'll just hang it on the box so that way the customer knows it has the pricing on there for them to pay for it. I really want to freak you guys out as well. I've only met 2 of the customers that have come pick up boxes from me this season. I actually just have a little payment window and I set all the boxes outside and I say, throw the payment through the little window, take your boxes. And I'm sure most of you guys are like, oh my gosh, but I don't think criminals plant flowers. So it's a pretty safe bet. And I haven't had a problem yet. I just actually walk in the garage and there's money on the ground all the time. It's great. And finally, behind gross Picket number 3, just another gross Picket. It is actually a piece of ledger. So I put the ledger supports underneath the long boxes and the raised garden beds. However, since I have started putting them under every box, and I do this because since partnering with the nursery, her concern was that since they sell a large majority of trees and bushes, they might be putting them into my planter boxes. And we don't want those boxes to fail over time because it looks bad to me and looks bad to her. Nothing is wrong with the planter boxes we've built so far. I have run through all of the boxes that I had made previously. I'm starting to restock up using that ledger since now I'm supported by them. So nothing wrong with how any of the videos are. It's doing great. However, something to consider, especially with making a lot of long boxes this season. I have a ton of extra scrap pieces sitting around, and I just cut them up, use them for that ledger as well, add a little support. And that's my 3 tips for today. You're at back-to-back-to-back videos, and you're over here getting all kinds of cocky. No, time is money. So by saving you time, we've saved money. Whose side are you on? You know, stop recording.